This is game number 9 in the session. This is Pathologic 3. I received the key to play this one from terminals.io, so this is another sponsored game. If you guys interested, feel free to type !G or come in the chat room. Thank you. It's currently 9:13. Perhaps I'm going to play until 10. Turn streamer mode on. This game contains nudity. Yes. Kenapa aku nggak tahu, Kak? What is a PCF? Control shadow PCSS soften shadow further from casting surfaces. Apa itu? Horor apa horor? Horor bang, kayaknya ya. Aku punya Pathologic 2, tapi belum pernah main. Ini Pathologic 3. Parah. Aku Pathologic 2 tuh kayaknya dapat bang, soalnya tulis tuh receive for free. Tapi aku belum pernah main. Play. Ini game apa ya?
I'm Daniel Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. All my life I have been studying death, the greatest boundary holding humanity back. The powers that be were frightened of my search. My lab in the capital was about to be closed. But it cannot be denied that some phenomena might be found only in the strangest, most remote parts of our country. Little towns that are yet to be explored by forward-thinking minds. People accept the supposed imminence of death way too easily. We meekly follow our life's path to it, like cattle to the slaughter. But we shouldn't. My search for immortality has brought me rumors of one, Simon Kane, a supposedly immortal man living in one such town. He might be just the proof all my theories need. The final patient. I need to find him, or else all my life's work is doomed.
Susur tidak ingat bang. Thank you Yui, selamat pagi. Soalnya aku belum pernah main satu pun, tapi reviewnya bagus. Itu yang menarik kalau saya mode off mungkin, mungkin mungkin tampil ya kak. Ini nggak ada subtitle kak btw. Should I cap the FPS to 60 ya? Wow. 1/4? How much is 1/4? 1/3. How much is 1/3? 1/2? How much is this? The window nggak ada nggak? Ntar kak coba lihat deh. 50? Nggak ada bang, cuma ada Rusia sama Inggris bang. I say a living, breathing person stepping off our train. Do you normally only get at people? Why are you staring at me like a cow at a new gate? My luggage is being stolen in plain sight. As far as my career is concerned, I suppose I'm more on the far side of the grave than the near, but some say that resurrection is not impossible. I have to choose. Where did you come from? The capital, Daniel Dankovsky, Battle of Medicine. I'm told a supposed mortal man, Simon Kine, lives here. Do you Cityfolk always take 20 trunks of shirt with you, or did you manage to cut down to 10, sir? 8? Though I had to sit on the last one. Where can I find a constable? Who do I talk to about recovering my stolen property? Sure, you dimwit. My equipment is in there. Do you even know what a microscope is? Wow, so rude, sir. No. It's just kids being kids, no need to be mean to them. What, should I thank them? Give them candy? Exactly, if you need your shirt so badly, why don't you go looking for the thoughts that ran away with them? Just ask them nicely. These kids are like magpies. They'll trade your precious linen from the capital bag in exchange for bits of colored glass or even just a story. But whatever you do not hurt them. I have plenty of stories to tell, but usually involve vivisection. I suppose kids do like that sort of thing. Wow. Okay. Say, is the capital a real place? In a sense, of course, the capital is a myth, and that myth is the real capital. Huh? What are you actually answering? The Kynes came from the capital and made our town, but no other real people have come from there ever since. So I was thinking, perhaps Simon Kyne simply made up the capital along with everything else? In a small town like yours, a single individual's authority can grow to be all-encompassing. I assure you, though, Kyne did not make up the capital. What do you mean they made your town? Sometimes I need to take a step back from the moment and think logically through something. It helps me piece the picture together. Some suitcases are missing. I'm useless without my tool. Follow the thief's trail of ripped suitcases. Perhaps I'll recover something intact along the way. Microscope and prototype matter the most. What does this mean, yeah? Press J to view mind map. Some objects can be useful. I can spot them easily if I concentrate. Sometimes will affect your mental state. Oh! There he is. Hey you! SONUS, the thief, seen as the thief. Mr. Thief, are you for real? Say something in thief speak. What do you mean, Mr. Thief? You're the one who stole my thing. Furfuram cognosit? What does it mean? You stole the train's heart. You did just rip it out and stole it. Now it will die without a heart. I haven't read about anything. Many creatures in this world survive perfectly well without heart. A train, I believe, would belong to the order of Crassiclitellata. What does it mean? Did the train stop? It did. Doesn't move no more. Not moving means it's dead. You climb out and it died. And that means you killed it. Thief is thief. Not necessarily. Sometimes a lack of movement can be due to lethargy or catatonia. I don't kill, it's the other way around. I save life, I'm a doctor, and to do my work I need an instrument you've pilfered. Your logic is indisputable. You would be held in high regard at the academy, young man. 2. What, like a hammer? There are many, but the most important ones are my microscope and my prototype. Forget everything else if you must, but please return those at least. Hold on, no need for all the begging and the politeness. What did I even do to you anyway? I didn't take nothing. It was all Jehka. My microscope and prototype are precise, delicate instruments. If they break, they will only be scrap metal and glass. They will just die like the train. You don't want that, do you? I only had the patience for one polite request. I won't repeat it twice. Oh. I don't. Then tell me where Jehka's taken them. Jehka's taken the heart back to go fix the train. That way to its face. Am I a snitch now, Mr. Thief? Of course you are. You'd fit right in there at the academy just like Thelman. Who's Thelman? You've done everything right. No, a snitch is someone who runs off to inform without being asked to do so. You're an honest witness. Oh, okay. My thoughts, conclusion, deliberation. To see the event of a specific day, press its number on the circle. Oh, there are 12 days? Okay. Nervous tension makes me quicker. Wow! We so bright. Thoughts, things, people. People? Are those two not considered as people? Don't know. Why is this red? Why is this white? Oh, I can do something. Okay. Have I checked everything, yeah? Up here? Can I use controller, yeah? How to concentrate? Oh. There's someone else. Hello.
That's okay. I've found a way. Everything is going to be just fine. You'll see.
There is a person. She's speaking. So that was your like what? That tired and covered in dust, then Middlekovsky at your service. Who is this though? I came in through the second door. I always more interesting that way. But it's locked. If you say so, my name is Daniel Dankovsky. It only seems that way to you. Phalanges san rerum species. What does it mean? You are restless. We hardly see anyone like that in our sleepy little town. Even the kinds have gone into hibernation as the years pass. How would you know what I'm like? I only just arrived. Were you expecting me? Sleepy little town? Maybe. If this is a nightmare where you lose all your things at the station and end up without your pants. You have to admit, as far as the nightmare go, this one is pretty tame. All your teeth are still intact and you do not have a final exam tomorrow for a language you never studied. I'm not sure if I should love dreams, Simon said that. For a true creator, dreams are always duller than reality. Simon Kine, he left you in my care, said you'd be staying at my house. Oh, it has a name, the Stillwater, and this won't be the first time it's had guests, but most do not last long. I think you will though. I've already prepared everything. Oh, I see. Well, nice to meet you. Most don't last long. Is that a threat? Yeah, should I ask this? The Stillwater is just a very unique house. It used to be an observatory and now people live inside, but it still longs for the heavens all the same. It draws something out of people. You'll see for yourself. I'll come when I saw all my missing luggage. You've got interesting kids in this town. Before I knew it, I had already lost my suitcases. Okay. The name is Eva. Okay. Somehow using controller is nice, but at the same time it also makes the game dizzy. Should I turn down the motion blur setting, ya? Ini bukan horror hantu. Ya kayaknya bukan kak, lebih ke psychological. Terus kayaknya lebih ke genre-genre visual novel kayaknya teh. Kenapa beberapa karakter ada suaranya dan beberapa tidak ya? Hey, back off you! Get away from the girls and from me too. I ain't afraid of Uncle Ron when he boozes up, and I ain't afraid of you neither. I've got a knife. You can't hurt us, got it? Boozes up? My nerves are hanging by a thread this thin. Do you want to see what happens when it finally snaps? Oof. Your hands are shaking and you've got those crazy eyes. Uncle Ron gets those eyes too when he reaches for a second bottle and a shake, and then he picks fight. Don't even think about picking a fight with me. I've got a real knife. I do. Tonjok, sabar kak, sabar kak. If I look at an Uncle Ron of yours, that means I really do need to cool down first. Give me a moment, I'll take a breather. Jehka's got one too. We all got knives actually. I'm a scientist. I'm here to conduct breakthrough research, not to chase like some mongrel after a bunch of kids, after my suitcases, after the last drop of human dignity left in me. Oh. My state of mind can be changed with drugs. Some make me more apathetic, others more manic. I need to keep an eye on my mental state and supply of drug. What is this? Bromide. Increased inhibition in cerebral cortex, which is to say dulls one's brain. Apathy, health, mania, apathy. Should I place it here? How to use this?
Quiet head. Shh.
Ooh. Timur? That heart keeps beating for 40 days, that's what my mom says. It couldn't have been that long. Do it, take it on. We were wandering and we didn't know why they kept dying. We got a whole graveyard, they all rusted up and they cannot go anywhere. It's all because of you. You sold the train's heart for yourself and carried it away in a suitcase, and now the train's all dead. If the train stopped coming a long time ago, it cannot be my fault. I've never been here before. I'm not very good at stealing heart. The things I touch do have a tendency to die. You've got me there. You said yourself the train's heart is at the front. I rode in a carriage in the middle. How could I get to the heart then? What gave you the idea that my prototype is train's heart? Oh. Tree? Through the bowels like all men who do. You don't get the heart through the bowels, my young friend. You'll hit quite a different body part first. Without it, the train stopped wailing. Stop moving too, that means it's dead, so this is its heart, obvious, right? A man doesn't look very shiny on the outside either, and inside he's all red. The body has different layer, but all the meat is made of meat, that's what Grandpa Burach said. The prototype is not the train's heart and it's totally won't repair it, but it's an interesting thing in itself, so let's make a deal. You give it back and I'll tell you how it works. There will be corpses in the tail, a whole pile of them, and there will be a damsel in the story in distress, of course, and my genius insufferable assistant will be in the tail. He could drive a saint into the grave with his rage-inducing endurance to detail and thinly veiled political insinuation. What are you talking about? These corpses were they stabbed or strangled? The kin must never cut, they only strangle. So if they were stabbed, kin didn't do it. What are they talking about ya? Don't know. Kayaknya abis ini aku ending ya kak ya. Now what is this?
A little birdie hops along the path of doom, yet sings its song.
Terkejut gak? To prime it, hold this crank and turn it clockwise. Chief, hello. Oh, for crying out loud, your mind's flown away again. My mind and aura are planted firmly on the ground. Prime the what now? This morgue is swimming in a gas leak from lab 102. I heard the alarm. Huh? One? As I was saying, the crank is stiff, you'll have to use some force. Platon, are you crazy? There is a gas leak. Where did you call me in here for? We have to seal the morgue and evacuate quickly. No, Daniel. What we have to do is to load the prototype you are fiddling with and use it to get into the morgue. A woman rose from the dead in there, and it will be. I think you'll agree. Extremely frustrating if she dies again. We must get her out. Risen from the dead. An enviable fate indeed. Let me repeat, we have to get out of here. You're already delirious. Was collecting tissue sample to determine the onset of rigor mortis when I heard a noise. I turned around and holy smokes, a woman was sitting up on the gurney, stiff as a poker rasped in her throat. I started toward her, but then I smelled the gas and pulled the alarm lever. So why not get her yourself? Why call for me? We don't have a second to waste. Chlorine isn't known for bringing back the dead, but if the woman was brought here by mistake alive, perhaps the gas could have irritated her mucous membrane enough to wake her. Huh? One? You forgot the time with the animatronic figure. Teleman's wonderful joke for your birthday. Why is this pretty hard to follow, yeah? You wanted the prototype up. To prime it, hold this crank here and turn it clockwise. The crank is stiff, right? So I have to turn it with some force, and then I just release the content into the gas. This Anna Stein isn't just a magic. She's a natural-born mechanical engineer. What an ingenious device. To be honest, I don't follow somehow. Before the gas became too thick to see through, she was sitting on a gurney at the opposite end of the morgue. From there, I know as little as you do. She may have gone back to being deceased, or you may have altogether hallucinated her. You'd inhaled enough by then. But there's only one way to find out. The chances are infinitesimal, but if we really are dealing with a spontaneous resurrection, we lose the patient. I'm going to commit some crime against humanity. Pneumatic with mechanical priming. The longer I hold the crank, the stronger the effect. Operating range is supposed to be decent. Clear the miasma in front of it. One load is good for 20 uses. Need to spend fluid wisely. The morgue corridor is like a maze. Liquid ingredients are readily available at least in the institute. To load the prototype, I need a stimulant and anesthetic and a toxin. Huh? What are they talking about here? First thing we teach lab assistant, the best stuff is in the beige cabinet. They should be here in those beige cabinet. Heat and open the valve. Evaporate. Residue goes into the prototype. Add the ingredients one by one to the setup. Heat it up. Heat, then open the valve. Should be enough for 20 uses. Before you can use the prototype, you need to load it. Ingredients are in the cabinet. The loading station is on the table.
People, yes. God's skin. God's skin. When it moves, when lost there, it knows
So what kind of horror is this? Is this psychological horror? It's unique and different, but to be honest, not really understand and following the story. Do you have to play Pathologic 1 and 2? I have the eyes of a man who just walked through 40 meters of poisonous gas with a protective goggle that people do not cough, which means you're still alive for now. Give me your hand, looking can wait. We're back to this area again. Area of the tunnel, there's a second tunnel. What does it mean? It means when you die, there is neither life or nor death, but something else entirely. If trains were warm, they would tunnel toward you underground. No. The dogheads must have taken it. Khan and Notkin got a deal. All the walls spoil get split down the middle. They don't care about heart, not in any of their funny faces. Why would they need another one? What does your microscope do? Is it alive? Huh? Khan must have gave it to a Capella as a gift. Who's Capella? Now I have to find people on the town. What is this? Odong? What's with your face? Looks more like a congenital disease than an injury. Some kids ran through here with me belonging. Do you see them? Nah. Oh, there's another thing. Oh my god. Hi. Daughter of Suwok. Do not follow. The body of a victim who met a violent end must be withheld for the purpose of forensic examination, even if a beautiful young woman asks otherwise. Once a person dies, their body is no more than a collection of molecules and tissue. Any opportunity to put it to some use is a stroke of fortune. A second, yeah? The more I play, the more I'm actually becoming confused. Do you have to play the first game? This is Pathologic 3. But somehow the more I play, the more I'm actually becoming confused though. Do not follow the story. If you don't read or look into things before buying them, you might as well give Baldur's 3 a bad review because it's terrible as a first-person shooter. 71 hours? If you haven't played Pathologic 2, play Pathologic 3. You will probably enjoy it. If you have played and loved 2, I'm not sure you will enjoy 3. To be honest, yeah, this is the second Pathologic game that I have. I received a Pathologic 2, but that's for free. So perhaps someone actually gave me the key to play this game for free back then. So I have Pathologic 2 and I also have Pathologic 3, this one. But never played any of the Pathologic series, so I have no idea. However, this is like 30 minutes into the game and to be honest, I find it hard to actually follow the story. Sometimes the characters speak with other languages aside from English. And to be honest, it's really hard to follow along. Don't know. What's the genre of this game though? Why do I feel so confused here? Psychological horror story rich, atmospheric. RPG, remake. Remake? What do people say in the review? This 26 January. Tedious, buggy. Pathologic 1 had a raw, undeniable Eurochank charm. Pathologic 2 had a brilliant gameplay loop where the mechanic themselves made you feel the pressure of the plug. This game also runs really well, which is a step up from P2, which always seemed to have performance problems regardless of the hardware. Narrative is absolutely on point. These characters are perfectly written with distinct personalities and motifs. The whole multi-layered story of deception is in full effect and is awesome. My issue? It feels like more features have been removed than added. There is so much going on in P2: hunger, thirst, exhaustion, reputation, infection, trading, currency, inventory management, doing quests against a constantly ticking clock. In comparison, P3 feels dreadfully undernourished. You manage your psych and your amalgam, that's it. You can still trade with item, though not currency, and there is a timer. But since this is a time travel game, the timer means little when you can just restart the day, no consequence. Should I end my gameplay, yeah? The size of this game is so huge though. It's 40 GB though. Pathologic 3 is a psychological horror where you have only 12 days to save a town from mysterious plague. You are Daniel Dunkovsky, physician researcher prodigy. Your research into the nature of death has brought you to this remote town deep in the eastern steppe, looking for a man said to be immortal. Examine patients, see through their lies, deliver life or death diagnosis. Should I continue playing first, yeah? So the size of this game is so huge, to be honest though. At first when I wanted to download the game, after receiving the key, I saw the size is actually 31 GB-ish. Now it actually reached 41 GB. So with that huge size, I was thinking like, oh, perhaps it's actually like a really interesting game to play with all that graphic and such. But this is... don't know, it looks pretty, but at the same time, for someone who never played Pathologic series before, this is actually confusing. A lot.
Neither above nor below the ground can heaven or hell be found.
I'm just going back to the past time again.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
Вишулого дому доживає на
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. To be honest, yeah, at this point, I still do not follow the game. Couldn't follow the story, but I'm also curious considering this thing, the animation and such. To be honest, the more I play, the more I don't understand. I've never seen this game before. This is Pathologic 3 Cyan, the latest series from the franchise. There is a Pathologic 1 and 2, and this is Pathologic 3, the latest franchise of the game. But to be honest, I'm actually confused a lot. Do not follow the story somehow. But I'm also curious because of the screenshot in the Steam page. Perhaps I'm just going to play the game quickly, like skimming the game offline. So as I said before, this is like the latest version, the latest series of the Pathologic series. There is a Pathologic 1 and 2, and this is the latest one, Pathologic 3. But to be honest, for someone like me, who haven't played Pathologic series before, I do not understand the game. It's hard to follow the story because the character keeps on speaking a lot of languages aside from English, so it's hard to follow along. And now I don't know. At some point I would like to continue because I'm still curious, but at the same time also no. But the game size is so huge though.
I could use some quiet.
The show must go off.
The author have been waiting an eternity for has decided to sabotage the rehearsal. You would do us a massive titanic favor by replacing him, even if it's just for a little while. Now what is this? Now what is this? If you could travel through time, would you go to the future of the past or the past? The past, I'd like to get to know the philosopher of antiquity. The past, 10 years ago maybe, when everything could still have been prevented. The near future, to see what humanity has wrought. A future so distant that not even someone with my vivid imagination could fathom it. The past. Grandpa Simon used to say that days are like hopscotch. Usually they go one after another, but sometimes there is two side by side, and sometimes you have to jump backward. Does Simon kind of mind many games? This is the same different person than Timur. Give it to Pill. He's over there on the stairway. Go up here? Wow. This is the microscope. What makes you think that it shows the future? It only shows bug and hair because you're pointing it at bugs and hair. Didn't any of you kids go to school? Do you not know how a microscope works? Ya Allah, I have to say that. No. See all different glass pieces inside? Glass like they show the future when you look through it. Everyone knows that. Grandpa Simon loved making all sort of things with glass. I've only seen magics like this at his place. Why did you steal from Grandpa Simon, you bastard? That's why we stole it back from you. It's called justice. Huh? Where did you get this magic from? What did you do to Simon? It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I was on my way to go visit Simon and I'd already be there if it weren't for you. Please give me back the microscope. It's a very delicate instrument. What doesn't take effort doesn't deserve effort. If you just give him back the thingamajig, there's no effort in that. I can give you a cuff of on the head for it. Will that be enough effort? Have a pocket watch on the chain? Definitely show the future. Let's make a deal. I have to check this thing. How to give the item? The capital 2 weeks ago. We're back to the past.
Need to do the reverse transcriptase test again. Pretty sure we missed the heat mark in the 4th series.
Step aside with me for a moment, Chief. I checked the morgue records. A body matching her description was declared last night. It could be a coroner's oversight of a bureaucratic error. People make mistakes all the time. This doesn't prove anything. We are searching across the country for miraculous resurrection, and one springs up right under our feet in our institute's morgue. That's irony for you. Imagine for a second, let's stick to the facts. I spoke to the orderly on duty last night. Siang ko, siang pet. He also confirmed that our subject showed no signs of life, and Platon himself was there when she woke up. Our subject, slow down, Sadafima. We don't yet have proof she met Stanavika's criteria. When I reached the woman through poisonous fog, she herself insisted that she had died. It's not proof, but she must have had some reason to think it. In any case, this is far more interesting than our weekly hysteric insisting they witness their own resurrections. We can't miss this opportunity. Unfortunately, the subject is having trouble speaking all the time and the gas has weakened her voice. I've rinsed her mucous membrane and performed inhalation therapy, but you understand I cannot conduct an incisive interview. On an examination of her belongings, she came into the morgue with some item, though I haven't had a chance to go through them myself. I left them on the table by the back entrance. Will you take a look, Chief? Or perhaps there's a clue? Do you remember me? I'm the Bachelor of Medicine Daniel Dankovsky, head of the Thanatica Laboratory. Last night I saved you from the side of a serious gas leak. I'm just a researcher into the problem of human mortality. My eyes were affected by the gas just like yours were, but at least you remember something. Let's not wax poetic. My assistant provided you first aid. I hope you're feeling better. Now we need to understand more about your condition. I died tunnel after tunnel. A disease affects various bodily systems. The microscope helps identify which organ is infected. Tissue samples are placed on the glass slide, and assistant ensures that slides are sufficiently supplied. From the heart? Back. I can study the collected sample under the microscope. To perform the test, I need a reagent. The doctor himself is in charge of their supply. By adjusting magnification, I need to find red bacteria in the sample. To adjust the focus, it will allow me to see the bacteria better. The lifespan of a culture is really limited. I must act quickly, and that sample is useless.
Saving data.
Thank you, Yui. Oh, I can move my mouse. Organ is affected, a pathogen has been found. And then? What are these? Our Lazarus personal effect from the morgue. Turing obviously appear. What would be too big for her? Herbs, not a bouquet, looks medicinal. Papers, they look official. Morphine, tourniquet. This look official? The description of the treatment is fake. Fake? Something about novel drug? Concern from the experimental treatment of an institute. I accept all risks and waive all claim. Self-medication of folk remedies. Consulted a wise woman instead of a doctor. Oh. Chronic morphine addict or suffer from severe pain. Oh. That's all? Oh wow! I have to examine this thing? Whoa! Back. Oh, it moved. Oh my god. Yeah. My god. No wonder the game size is so huge, yeah. Pale and gone, looks exhausted. It's no wonder her blood sample points to leukemia. The skin here is seriously damaged. I suspect it's due to her contact with the gas. The same for her red eyes and mucosal burn. What is this? So if this is not streamer mode, this is probably like going to be showable then? Bruising, redness, and rough injections. Seems like she had an allergic reaction. She's signed as a concern from experimental treatment at the institute. Back. The skin here is seriously damaged. I suspect it's due to her contact with the gas. Likely the same for her red eyes and mucosal burn. Should I choose? Arm. Bruising for repeated injection, the consequence of attempted resurrection. Morphine, she did have some with her. Oh. Nothing else though. Legs. The skin here is seriously damaged. I suspect it's due to her contact with the gas. Really? It doesn't look that damaged though. Is it though? Legs reverse? What can you see in the back? Oh, there is something. Exit? So, should I talk again? You can stay quiet for now. I need to examine you again. Perhaps I missed something. Rest and I'll take another look at the things you had with you when you arrived at the morgue. One last logical avenue would remain. I have to go back here again and take a look again. Together with the examination and test, the picture is more or less complete. One, our miraculously resurrected woman has late-stage leukemia and injection mark on her body. Weakened system couldn't handle the heavy dose of medication, morphine overdose, addicted from palliative treatment for the pain. Colleagues thought she was beyond saving. Pairing, suicide attempt, unrequited love, no. Apparent death, reaction to experimental drug, lab got scared, didn't sort it out. Oh, this one I guess? Set of email waits and our subject needs rest. Time to come up with a diagnosis even if it's preliminary. But I'm a bachelor of medicine student, no? Can I check my status, yeah? I guess no.
If we have the right conditions. Our current ones are only good for inventing penicillin. It's mold all the way down.
She was in a trial for a new drug. I'm not sure our colleagues will disclose the experiment, but I guess anaphylaxis, an acute allergic reaction, and you end up in the morgue. Did you notice the ring among her belongings? I suspect we're dealing with a failed suicide attempt. She's terminally ill and may have swung from one extreme to the other, from self-treatment to our institute. We don't know what medication she took or how they interacted. Two. How do we explain the most astonishing part of the selection? Why did the gas leak revive the subject? I don't know. We may need to strip the two different laboratories down to the baseboard, the one where the subject's supposed death occurred and the one with the gas leak. We can use a chemical analyzer to see what might have reacted. Did you see the bruise injection site? Adrenaline. Someone tried to restart her heart with a too small dose. The gas leak. And the body released the adrenaline it was missing. Huh? But the injection site is actually on the hand, no? Why is this adrenaline? Don't know. You think it was a mistake? The subject ended up in the morgue due to negligence. She wasn't actually dead yet, and by coincidence, an uncounted 4-factor revived her. I'm afraid so. I admit I was hopeful as well, but no, once again, no breakthrough for Thanatica. Let our subject rest, go through the lab's correspondence. There may be something useful in the flood of lethal and miraculous resurrection and stories of unique longevity. We're back to the future again. What's your microscope even for? Doesn't show the future, doesn't raise the dead, it's just a toy really. That's quite a body of set with your expectation, young man. A breakthrough cannot happen in a single movement, it takes a sustained effort. Sometimes I ask myself the same question. As do I leave my things at my temporary lodging then head to the Crucible to see Simon. Remember I said that I was actually confused before in the beginning? To be honest, it's currently an hour into the game and I'm starting to actually pick up the game. But I guess I'm going to play the game offline. To be honest, I don't know.
Enough. Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kids stealing your microscope is an amusing anecdote, but it's not the crime we sat down to discuss 2 hours ago.
The size of this game is so huge though, like 40 GB-ish. So uninstalling it right away is probably kinda like a waste. Because usually I uninstall a game that I don't think I'm going to play again in the near future, at least 1 or 2 months. And the size of this game is 40 GB-ish on my PC. But to be honest, at first I'm actually feeling confused a lot. Now I'm starting to actually picking up the game. Should I continue playing offline, yeah? But how long is this going to be, yeah?
Reverence for hierarchy, idolatrous veneration, and other useful life skills.
Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kid stealing your microscope is an amusing anecdote, but it's not the crime we sat down to discuss 2 hours ago. 2 hours and 15 minutes ago to be exact. Focus, I'm only interested in what's important. you've recounted every step, what's next? How you chop carrots for soup or knock mud off your boots? When I asked for position, I didn't mean exhaustive recounting of your little fingers every twitch. The beginning doesn't interest me. My concern is the ending, the result, the finale. As your 4-year backstory, your genesis, all of that is in the case file. Shall we review it? Yes, please. The ministerial inspection of your lab, Tanatika, began in early September. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the county to a backwater town to bring back what might be described as a person with unique longevity, or at the very least, the result of his medical evaluation. Let's set your fantasies aside for a moment. The important part is that you fled from the investigation, and this town had an outbreak of some fever the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it, you were the only medical professional on site. Accurate so far? I didn't flee. Proof of human immortality was the only chance to save Tanatika. Well, not inaccurate. The devil's in the details. You appear to be setting a trap. I still don't understand what you're trying to find out. On the third day, the town's leader gathered in the town hall to form an emergency command to fight the epidemic. And what was Daniel Dankovsky, who was, I repeat, the only qualified specialist in town doing that day? Was that your lips trembling that I unsettled you? Your tricks won't work on me. You are right to feel ashamed instead of fulfilling your Hippocratic oath and leading the fight against the plague, but you were engaged in what? Come on, don't look at the table, my eyes are up here. I know where you are going with this, Inspector. It says I tried to flee the town. I'm not looking down out of shame. I'm simply amazed at your informant's sloppy work. Ah? On the fourth day, the town lost its water supply. They required a hospital, but the one person who could set it up, what was he doing? Tell me, Dankovsky, where did you spend the 4th and 5th days? How far are we now? Come the evening of the 4th day, the doctor from the capital attempted to flee the dying town on a cargo train like a rat. He was caught in jail, and then he remained as the plague ravaged the town. I admit I find even the act of reading about it repugnant. I won't lie, I considered escape not flight. Tanatika was in the process of being destroyed back in the capital. When I came to town, I found out that Simon Kinem, a mortal man on whom I pinned all my hopes, was dead. He died under mysterious circumstances a few hours before my arrival. Who are you fooling? Immortals do not exist. From the beginning you knew as well as I did that Simon Kinem was a fiction. Abis ini aku ending kak. Ini kayaknya abis sesi ini aku simpan, terus aku lanjutin offline kayaknya. Wow, kenapa tuh? Who are you fooling? Immortals do not exist from the beginning, you know as well as I did. Simon Kinem was a fiction. But when the epidemic began, you could have saved Alda. You are a doctor, you swore an oath. Why did you abandon the ordinary townsfolk? So who cares what happened to the microscope and the prototype? It failed before you even arrived. Why though? Ngantuk. Sebenarnya tadi ngantuk kak, aku udah ngopi dan tidak terlalu ngantuk. Cuma kayaknya aku ending aja kak, ingin lanjutin ini. Tapi di sisi lain juga kayak masih bingung. Now we're back to the 5th day again. Wow. Huh? Baru masuk intro. Ya Allah. Apa sih? Sumpah ini game tuh kayak mana ya? Jujur pusing kak dan bingung. Bagi yang belum pernah main Pathologic sebelumnya tuh, ini tuh susah diikuti jujur. Tapi kok kepo. Sebenarnya tadi setengah jam pertama tuh udah kayak mau nyerah kak, kayak karena soalnya susah. Ini game besar, 40 giga lebih. Tapi kepo, kenapa bentuknya kayak gitu? Like why? Tuh 42 giga, 41 giga, gede kali. Tapi kayak kepo. Tadi setengah jam soalnya pusing. Kok tidak menyambung ya? Tapi semakin kesini kok rasanya semakin menarik. Aku rencananya mau selesaiin offline aja kak. Jadi abis ini aku lanjut mungkin sampai nanti aku beneran kayak capek. 28 jam? Ya Allah. This is new? Wow. 28 hour? Rush 28 hour? That's like a day. Should I try?